Hello and welcome to LIBM 461 for spring of 2022. I'm Christy Mock-Stutz and I will be your instructor for this course. I've taught this course for the last several years and I just enjoy it so much and I hope that you will too. I wanted to take a minute to show you through the course what it looks like from your perspective and what you can expect from the course as far as due dates, assignments, and things like that. Overall, when you pop into the course, you'll see the information introductory page here. And this is where you can find the syllabus, you can find information about me, you can find various course information. The first assignment that you come to is actually the course glossary. You will not actually enter any terms into this glossary until a couple of weeks into the course, but I just wanted you to know it actually lives here at the top of the course. So when you see this glossary symbol and says a glossary entry is due, then this is where you'll go to enter that glossary entry. It happens in about the second or third week when we start doing those glossary entries, I believe. But the first things first, your first section that you'll see due at the end of this week, basically, Sunday evening, January 23rd. It's our first things first, our sort of getting to know you. I have a questionnaire here where I have you put in your information. I kind of then gather the information about everyone in the class just so I know how many of you are working teachers, how many of you are full-time students, that sort of thing. Just gives me some background information to help as we move throughout the course. And then you will see that I have designed books that live here in the course. And you'll see the little green book symbol here. That just means that you are going to read this book. So when you click on this, it will open pages and I will have links and videos and other materials to read within those books. This is the symbol for a discussion. So every section we have a discussion post that you will write a post and then you'll do a response to a peer. This semester I'm trying something a little new with our discussion posts and I'm assigning you into groups. So we're going to try it this first discussion and see if we like it. But I've assigned groups here. So you'll just reply to this prompt in your group's discussion. So for example, there's the first 3 people in this group 4, and then group 3 are these 4 people, and so on. So just reply within your group. I feel like that's going to manage us. You can always go and look at the other posts, and you can certainly reply to the other posts, but at least in your group, put your one post and at least one reply to another peer, sort of this ongoing online discussion. So I just wanted to point that out. We're going to see how it goes for this first assignment, and if it doesn't work very well, we'll just go back to having everyone answer in the same post, but I think this is going to help keep it organized for us. I've tried very hard to keep the due dates very clear, so you will see I've written it in the heading for each section, and I've also have the assignments themselves due at certain times. Some sections are 1 week, some sections are 2 weeks. It just sort of depends on the content of that section. Some have a little bit more reading, others have a little less reading. Each section you will have a resource and analysis assignment, resource evaluation and analysis assignment. And you can see the first one due here January 23rd. Those are papers. And I want you to follow a modified, and you'll see the air quotes here, APA format for that. That modified APA format means just have a title page, just have, and type your paper on starting on the next page, and making sure that you're citing your resources in the APA format. That's probably the most important thing, really citing those resources properly. Use the Purdue OWL or use your APA 7th edition manual for guidance on that. But you do not need a running header or a synopsis or anything like that. Just a title page, your assignment. As we move on through the course, you'll notice that there are a couple of sections that have due dates that are slightly differently, and I've tried to call that out in the beginning for you so that you know, oh, this section runs for a couple of weeks, but there's a due date that's a little bit earlier. So keep your eye on all the due dates. They change a little bit as we go throughout the course, but in general, you'll have a discussion post, a reply to do, and a resource evaluation and analysis assignment for each section. When we get to the end of the course, you will be doing your course culminating activity. And the course culminating activity will be a chance for us to do some peer feedback. So you will be turning in a draft of your culminating activity on April the 10th. So keep that in mind. You should be able to see the culminating activity here. It's open for you to take a look at so you know from today what we're headed towards. But this is your chance to be creative and fun, and you might create a PowerPoint, you might create a book, you might create a video, you might write a paper. You have many options to be creative with this, and in the past I've had students be wonderfully creative with this, making posters. The tricky part is that you still do need to cite those sources, so if you do make something graphic like a poster with all the information on it, just make sure you have a separate citation page for that. And if you are taking this course for graduate credit, you will need to do an additional project, and this is sort of an ongoing project. This is also due at the end of the semester, but if you are taking this for graduate credit, then you do need to do an interview process. You will do some research, you will interview some current practitioners and analyze how they're using the information literacy standards in their classrooms or their teaching positions. This is perfectly fine. We're in the age of COVID. It's perfectly fine to do these interviews over the phone or over Zoom. That is not a problem. And this needs to be a minimum of 1,200 words, annotated references, and following that process. So again, thank you for joining me this semester. I am available by email. As you can hear, I do work in a school myself. You probably can hear the noise in the background. So I'm not always checking my email during the day, but I will check it every day, once or twice a day. So expect a response from me within 24 hours of sending me an email. I try to keep really on top of that, even though, again, I do work all day, every day in the school. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much and welcome to the class.